These days, it feels like the hardest part of making money on Amazon isn't even anything tactical. It's just simply figuring out what am I allowed to sell on Amazon to begin with. I know this was a big roadblock for me. When I first started selling on Amazon personally, I didn't sell any name brand products for over a year. I didn't think people like us could even sell products like that. So today I want to make that as simple as possible for you and show you how to generate a list of literally thousands of products that you are already allowed to sell on Amazon right now for $0 to get approved. So let's just jump into the computer here and start getting ungated for things in bulk. And if you've seen this particular step before, we're going to be mixing in some new sourcing methods, some things you've never seen before to actually source massive lists of these products that you're already approved to sell. But let me start by explaining the difference between kind of the three types of products on Amazon, right? You're going to see there's three different categories, right? There's ungated products. So these are products that my account is able to sell. There's also gated products on Amazon. These are going to be products where we need to apply to sell these brands. We can apply using invoices from big retail stores, but that can usually come with at least a 1-day review period. Sometimes it can take a few weeks to go back and forth with Amazon and get approved to sell a particular brand. And then restricted products are brands that you just can't sell on Amazon. Most of these brands are restricted to everyone. So like, for example, if you guys are seeing things on here that you can't sell, I can't sell these things either. So we're in the same boat on this kind of thing. But luckily, as you can see here, there's plenty of opportunity on things that are ungated for regular sellers like you and I. So we're going to use this tool, which you can get for free on Boxem, by the way. Just go to bulk ungate under inventory and then click bulk scan. I'd recommend just clicking this check suggested ASINs button. This is going to go ahead and start plugging in all of these ASINs on your Amazon account, trying to get you approved to sell those brands and reporting the ones that it was able to get ungated for you. So here you can see it's doing a few brands per second here, showing me what I'm already approved to sell, showing me, hey, in this case, I need to apply to sell this brand and so on, right? So now that this default list is done, I want to show you what you need to do with your default list to create the first of a couple different types of lists we're going to be able to create today. This will be the most basic, and then we'll be able to create lists of things that are more likely to be profitable, right? But let's just start here, create a list of the opportunity that's available to you. So after that list runs, go ahead and download the report. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste that into a Google Sheet here so you guys can see what we're working with. And then we're going to use an Excel formula to basically create a big list of all of the brands that we could sell, right? And this is going to be like a comma separated list. That's what this formula is going to do. If this is confusing, you're going to see it again in a second, just so you really have it all clarified. And now we have this huge list of comma separated brands. So we can just grab even just like a small chunk of it here. Let's grab like the first couple on the list. How many things does even just the first few brands of this massive list get us approved on? Okay, there's 704 products of just this first little bit of the list here. All right, so why don't we go back over here and grab another big chunk of it, right? Pop back over into advanced search. Okay, now we have 10,000 things that you're approved to sell just off of this small chunk of this massive list of brands, right? So that is just the default list. Just using the default list is going to give you a huge list of products, but we have a problem here, right? That's a lot of stuff to source through, even just looking at a tiny chunk of this list here. So how do we make this into something that actually becomes something efficient for sourcing now that we know that we can sell all this stuff, but like, where do we even source it? So this next step is where things get really fun. So if you didn't already do this, make sure you grab a 2-week free trial of SellerAmp and Boxem down below so you can follow along. And then also I'm going to choose a random commenter on this video. Comment literally anything. A week after this goes live, you'll win 60 days of Boxem if your comment is randomly selected. So again, just make sure you grab a free trial. If you do win the 60 days, it'll just get added to your free trial. So let's take this to the next level, right? Just because we're approved to sell these brands doesn't necessarily mean that there is profit potential in those brands. So how do we make a list of auto ungated brands that are also potentially very profitable today? That's going to start by going to something like this, right? So I'm just pulling up any retail website, right? Any retail website that has some kind of sale going on and ideally sells lots of different brands on the website. So I'm choosing Michael's just as an example because I see they have a 30% off sale today, which means, hey, I know that if I'm looking to find craft supplies to sell on Amazon, I also know, hey, I can get those 30% off at Michael's. That's going to create some profit potential on some of these items. And now we want to combine that with step 1 here, which was, hey, which products am I already approved to sell? But for this case, which specific arts and crafts products am I approved to sell? I know where they're cheap today, right? So we're simplifying the process. We're going to be able to make a very focused list of only things that we know that we could probably get cheaper today and you're already approved to sell. This is like game changing if you're a new Amazon seller especially. So how can we do that? How can we make a list of only arts and craft supplies that we are approved to sell? That's going to start by going into SellerAmp advanced search over here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and preload the top template here, just the standard finding good deals right here. And what this tool does basically is allow me to enter very specific criteria and show me all of the products that meet those criteria, right? So for example, the default one here just has things that sell well, things that aren't like super heavy, good ratings. It has a couple ratings. Amazon doesn't sell it at least more than half of the time, right? Those are all things that are true about products that we want want to sell on Amazon. But for us right now, what's also true is we want to look for things that are in the arts and crafts category, right? Because just for this example, we know where arts and crafts stuff is cheaper today. So let me generate this list. So I want to go in here and say, all right, show me a bunch of arts and crafts supplies. So right now there's actually 900,000 products that meet those criteria in the arts and crafts supplies. So why don't we get a little bit more restrictive with it? So let's go to offer counts. We want to look for listings that have at least like 4 sellers on it. The reason for that is I want to look for only the products that are reseller friendly, right? And if they have at least 4 sellers on it, that's going to be pretty obvious that it is a reseller friendly product. So now what do I have? I have 16,000 arts and crafts specific products that sell well, that I know are being sold by other resellers just based on the fact that lots of different people are selling these products. So let's go ahead and click export right here. So now I have a Google Sheet with a ton of ASINs that are in the arts and crafts category. So you could plug in literally that entire list. I'm just going to grab like a smaller section of it. Let's just casually check 1,000 things to see if we can get ungated here in real time. Let's go back over to Boxem, go click bulk scan, and then we're just going to go ahead and paste those ASINs. So let's go ahead and check that right there. Now this is generating a list of products that were already approved to sell. You can see some of these are going to be duplicates, obviously, just because it's a huge list of all arts and crafts products. A lot of these in a row were Apple Barrel. And so it's going to be churning through those. And let's see, what is it checking right now? It's checking a bunch of this paint brand. This paint brand seems like I would need to apply to get approved. It seems like Apple Barrel was an auto ungated brand for me. A Singer, which I think is like a craft supply brand. KO. Okay, so this gives us something to go off of, right? So what we want to do now, this is going to be like a simplified short version just because it's loading in right now. I want to go ahead and download this report, and then I'm going to take this Google Sheet. It exported to an Excel file, so I'm just going to paste it into Google Sheets so you guys can see it, right? This is what exported from Boxem when I did that. And so now up here at the top of this list, we have a list of brands leading down to right here that were actually approved to sell. So let's use a simple Excel formula. You guys can pause if you need to copy this Excel formula. Getting a little bit in the weeds here, but if you stick with me, you're gonna, this stuff's crazy, putting you guys on here. So let me grab this Excel formula, and then I'm just gonna paste it right here. All this is doing is taking the list of all the brands in this, adding a comma between them, and I'll show you why we need this, right? So I'm gonna say we want all of the brands between the start of B and then a B35, B34 is where the list of our brands that were actually ungated to sell ends. So here's our list of brands. There's obviously gonna be some duplicates. That's no worries. So what we want to do now is go back over here. We can go ahead and just paste that into the brand chart right here. And you see why the commas are necessary now, because as long as the brands are separated by commas, we can enter them all in at once. And I'm also going to take away this filter. I'm no longer interested in products that have at least 4 sellers, because I know that these are auto ungated brands that I'm probably going to have some potential on, just based on the fact that we initially checked and made sure that those brands are reseller friendly by clarifying, hey, make sure these have 4 sellers. But the reason I want to take that away is I don't want to filter for things that always have at least 4 sellers, because I want to sell the stuff that has 1 seller. I want to sell the stuff that has 0 other sellers, right? I want to be the only guy making some money on these products. So let's go ahead and run that. So here within like a few minutes and one specific tiny niche, we have 2,200 products that your Amazon account is auto approved to sell. And we know it is cheaper today somewhere on the internet, in this case being Michael's, right? So let's just take a look and see. On SellerAmp here, it's going to show me, hey, you need to buy it for this dollar amount to be profitable. So in other words, hey, if I can buy this little 2 ounce of paint for about $2, I'm going to be profitable. So let me go ahead and search for that real quick. And we know that we're probably going to be looking for this to be sourced from Michael's. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but the Google button is maybe going to take us there. No worries if not, because I'm always open to finding things that are profitable other places. So we're looking for ivory right here. So we could even just search for that Apple Barrel ivory. Let's see. Do they have that color? Because it seems like when we were doing an initial Google search, like Michael's potentially sells some of these like cheaper paints and stuff for under $1, which obviously would be pretty cool for us. Seems like a lot of these are like sets or something like that. 14-piece set, 8 ounce right there. Let's see. Do they have the 2 ounce ones? Let's see. 2 ounce. Let's see. Okay. A lot of these are like full sets and stuff. 8-piece set. Okay. Interesting. Surely there's got to be a way we can get these separately. Let's also put ivory in quotation marks up here. That way it has to be in our search results. Let's see. So Apple Barrel colors, antique white. I wonder if the reason why this one was like more expensive on Amazon is because it might be like a discontinued color or something. Let's see. Here it is at Walmart. Yeah. So that one's out of stock at Walmart. So probably like a discontinued color or something. That's fine. Let's go ahead and pop back over here. What I'm looking for is anything that I can buy for that max cost option, right? So all these I have to buy for like negative dollar values. I'm not really interested in that. So what if there was a way we could only look for the products that are more likely to be profitable? There's 2,000 products here. That's a lot of stuff to scroll through, right? We can do that. So let's go ahead and take away this specific filter right here. I'm not necessarily interested in sorting by sales rank, just seeing what sells fastest. That's great. But what I'm more interested in is looking for things that are increasing in price, things where the likelihood of me making profit are higher than ever. The way I can do that is with this specific filter right here, filtering by things with an ascending 90-day drop percentage percentage on the buy box. What that really means in human English terms is that the price is increasing. So now instead of looking at what's selling the fastest, I'm looking at what products are more expensive than they normally are, right? That's going to create kind of an increased likelihood that some of these are profitable. So let's like search this one, for example. We're buying those for a few bucks. We need to buy it for 2. No worries. We need to get this needle pack for $5 or so. Let's see, 8. It could be right there. What is this? 110, 18. And then here's a listing at Michael's. Is this the same thing? 10. Let's see, it's $10 here. Oh, it's like a bulk pack or something. So what if we just take this, or hey, even this? What's this one? Pack of 5? Is that what we're looking at? No, it's a 10 pack. We buy it for $3. So that's honestly a pretty good deal there. Let's see. So Bead Smith. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. What I do know is that we're looking for 7 yards of this stuff, and we need to buy it for $5. So 20 gauge colored. This is actually 8 yards. So let's see. We can take this and plug in 18 gauge right there instead. They have this because it looks like it was going to be profitable based on that last one. Copper wire. Is that what we're looking for? I thought it was just like a craft wire or something. Let's see. Yeah, that one's a little bit confusing. And I like this as an example because this isn't a category that I sell a ton of products in. So when we find something, it's going to be pretty cool because, like I said, it's not something I'm super familiar with, right? Just kind of plugging around here. I'm really looking for a brand that I know Michael's carries more heavily. So let's see. Hey, here's another one of those paints. And a lot of these were like right around the right price. So I'm interested in checking this one out because yeah, we're looking for 2-ounce hot ember here. And cool. So I wasn't able to find that particular color, but I did a little mining off camera here for a couple minutes and I found something pretty crazy using this same idea, right? Just digging through the search and I came across this, which kind of sticks out because it's these like little tiny 2-ounce paints, but for some reason people are paying $20 for this one. Don't ask me why. It does look like the price is fluctuating between $20 and definitely like a lower price point. It's going from anywhere from $8 to $20. But the cool part about this is we can buy it from this website right here for $1.50 each. So even going back over here and plugging in $1.50, if the price drops all the way back down to $8, which it seems like the price is consistently jumping back and forth, we still double our money on something like this. And if it sells at the current price, it's like a ridiculous ROI. To be honest, what I would personally do on this is I'd probably set my price to $14.99. I bet people aren't really buying it too much at $21. But if you come in and give people like a slightly better deal than $20 for 2 ounces of paint, it probably would sell and that would be an awesome ROI here. All right, so that's just obviously one super quick example there. Out of curiosity, let's go back and see. Yeah, so that search on Boxem was able to show me 417 products that I'm already approved to sell. If you're a brand new Amazon seller watching this, you're not going to have the same levels of auto ungating going on, but you will have brands get auto ungated. So like on this, we could go, let's go back over here and paste the new list and go down here. So yeah, we have 400 and all the way to 418. So I'm just going to adjust our criteria right there. Again, we'll take that huge comma separated list of brands that we can sell, go ahead and paste it in up there. So now you can see, hey, here's a bunch more opportunity that we are allowed to sell and sells at Michael's, right? So there's 10,000 products that is on sale at Michael's today and is in a category that we're actually allowed to sell once again, right? So obviously this is extremely repeatable. Hey, I think this might be profitable. I want to show you guys this real quick. I got a little bit of shiny object syndrome or something here, but like right there, see, there's only one of those left at $18. Flick has them for 23, going for, okay, it's actually going for 35. It was pulling up at like $58. So 23, going for 35. If we're going to get like a coupon or something, then we're making some money on that. But yeah, I don't want to get too sidetracked here. There's so much potential in sourcing like this save 31% off list price. There's also some coupon codes we could test here, right? There's all kinds of knowledge we can get into. You guys can keep kind of exploring the videos here on the channel if you want to learn more about margin creation and how to take some of these fast selling product ideas and creating more profit off of them. But the main idea I want you guys to take away is that you can go in and generate these massive lists of things that you're already approved to sell. So now you know how to go out and generate those massive lists of things you can already sell. It's already been cool to see new Amazon sellers hopping in and saying, I can't get approved to sell anything, less and less using tools like this. So make sure you grab 2-week free trials of both if you don't already have SellerAmp and Boxem. And then let me know if you have any questions I can answer down below. If you want to see the next step of the process of selling on Amazon, which is listing and shipping, actually making the sales, go ahead and click this video right here.